Good evening, everyone, and welcome to game week 4 of the CMO 102 Super League. It should be fun. Oh, let's change the scene so you can actually see what's going on. Should be a good one. Hopefully, we'll have a few people around. Evening, Steve. Evening, Duggan. Um, Good to have you. You're not playing each other, are you? Oh no, Dudley is against Badgers. I was going to say we could make a start of it early. We'll see who'll be here tonight. See who's recovered from the, the wonderful football yesterday. Congratulations to all the England supporters. A good result. I'm not sure what that penalty thing was all about, but a fair result and a solid win after a good start. So that's going to be exciting. Um, Almost as exciting as, of course, our own little, I won't say World Cup, but our own little competition here. While we wait for a couple more people to join in, let's have a look at the table as it stands so far. Good reading for Steve, obviously. Top of the table, 3 games, 3 wins, 7 goals, nothing conceded. Just a goal better than East Coast, who are right behind them, and the only 2 teams with maximum points, obviously. Badgers are just behind on 7 points after that draw. They also still haven't conceded. Bridge and Astra just behind on 6, 2 wins each for them. Um, and Foss Road on 4 points. And then we have a bunch of people, I guess, below the line. Haggis is there, Brava, Dragons, Stackington Dykes, Beavertown, Bostock, and Gazelles. Everyone is. Everyone's on the table in terms of points, and just Bostock yet to find the back of the net. Scott apparently struggling for strikers, as he puts it, which may or may not be true. Yes, got Saviola and Raul, they're good, but perhaps not the big goal machines. In terms of, let's have a look quickly with the player stats again. We've got Roberto Carlos way out in front, 866. He's had a great start to the season. In Pens as well, scored a couple of goals already. Salihamidzic, maybe not someone that a lot of people were expecting to do a fantastic job, has actually had a good start at Dudley. Goalkeeper as well, Bartes is up there. Lisa Rasu, another wing back, is there. Del Vecchio in central midfield, 833 average. Where is Jens Jeremies? It's got to be a direct comparison there. I don't know if he's even in the. There he is on 767. So just a little bit better for Del Vecchio at the moment. Um, Goals, we've not had a bunch, but Emerson leads the top of the goal scorers chart with 3. Assists is Kieran Dyer with 2, same as Boyabam and Rivaldo, who's always doing well for Alex, of course, Rivaldo. In terms of average rating, we already looked at that. And tackles, let's have a look. Roy Keane is way out in front with 9 for Gazelles down at the bottom of the table, as is Bostock Stanley and Meaver Town, of course. And yeah, they have some busy defenders there. Alessandro Nesta for the top team though, in on 7 as well. So we've had a look at that. A quick reminder of the fixtures, Evening Alf. Quick reminder of the fixtures in case anyone has forgotten what happened. Oh, sorry, the results rather. That Brit beat Bostock 3-0, Brava 4-2 in an exciting games against the Raw Dykes Dragons. Lost 1-0 at home to Astor. Dudley Hill beat Meavertown 3-0. Foss Road lost at home to East Coast. Haggis beat Gazelles 2-0. And Stackington had that goalless, very unentertaining draw with the Badgers. All right. Up this evening, we have Esther. So Alf is here, of course, but Brava. They're facing Badgers are hosting Dudley Hill. Badgers have asked to go a little bit later due to other commitments. So probably around 9 o'clock or a bit after, we will have kind of Badgers against Dudley. Buster against Stackington, I guess, will be a tasty one as well. East Coast hosting the Bridge, a good one. Gazelles against Meavertown, intriguing encounter already down at the bottom of the table. And then we've got Haggis hosting Dragons, 2 long-term servants of the league, clashing there. And finally, it's Raw Dykes against Foss Road. As Doug is here, and as I very much suspect that Mr. Campbell is not going to turn up, we can of course have a go with Haggis against the Dragons. I think that's what we are going to go with to get the show on the road and to get the evening started. So let's have a look. I believe it was Haggis at home. They go unchanged. Figo is still out injured. Donovan is still in the AMC role. Not the best start to the season for Haggis, but they do have, of course, a little bit of an opportunity here to catch up with two home games before they face East Coast away, which is going to be tricky. Then they have Bostock at home. So, although they didn't get off to the best start, losing to Asta and drawing with Brava, they are back in form after beating Gazelles. So, decent enough start for the Haggis. Let's see. Nikiforenko, of course, was dropped after two poor performances, and we have Donovan, who perhaps hasn't been much better, but at least got an assist and keeps his place in the absence of Figo. And I guess Seedorf could play an AMC as well. Yep, so that's it for the Haggis. Meanwhile, Dragons, it's not been a brilliant start for them. A couple of draws and then that defeat to Aster last time out. Haggis and Bostock, two other teams who haven't started particularly well, are the next two opponents, so that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. In terms of the squad, just a couple of changes. I think it was Mark Kerr who came on, or is it the other way around? No, Mark Kerr came on for Finnan, and him and Verong moves into midfield. Verong with the arrow there up towards Giovanni. Owen and Impenza up front. Owen with 3 games and 1 goal, and Impenza with 3 games and 2 goals. So, yeah, Steve's already after Nikiforenko. I think being at the top of the table, it's difficult to make a good argument for for needing squad improvements. Once you start to struggle, mate, once you start to struggle and not have like 7 goals in 3 games and clean sheets all around, then then maybe we can talk about it. For now, we'll we'll leave it as is. But anyway, as mentioned, not the brilliant. Yeah. And the Rui Costa lottery. We'll see. We'll see. We can't go around handing out favors to people who are top of the table. That's not how it works. Yes. Right. Where are we? We're gonna kick off Haggis against Dragons. Let's have a look and see how the first game of the evening pans out. Um, a good start for the Dragons. Didn't get the ball at the back of the net, but they do now. Is Giovanni. Didn't start the first game or two. Um, for Dragons, I believe he came in last round. Didn't do too much, but he has opened the scoring this evening, and Dragons lead 1-0 at Haggis. I was just about to say, it looks as if both teams are still creating chances, and indeed it is Diego Tristan who finds the equalizer for Haggis on 22 minutes. Plenty of action here in the first half. And it's Jens Jeremies, we spoke about him earlier, coming in and taking over. um, and Haggis looks like going to take a 2-1 lead into half time. But Dragons are creating plenty as well. 4-3 for Haggis, 7-4 for the Dragons. Need to be a little bit more solid defensively. And Lilian Thuram surprisingly on a 6, missing tackles all over the place. Veron putting in a better defensive shift than him. Yepes is on a 7. Gallardo and Kerr not done particularly well. Veron with the assist, he likes that role. Evening Scott. And it's Owen who's had the 2 shots on target. I guess the manager would have preferred those to fall to Mpensa. We'll see in the second half if that improves. Magnus Hitman's on a 9 for the Haggis. Landon Donovan's on a 6, unfortunately. Cambiaso got the assist, the other goal unassisted. Manager says roll till 60, so that's what we're going to do. Would be great for Dragons to get something here early on, just to keep it interesting and definitely prevent Haggis from getting a third, which could sort of drain the excitement out of it. And yeah, it takes the free kick. Owen tries to jump, didn't go well. And here comes Gallardo. Gallardo's been plenty involved as well for Dragons this evening. Good chance for Cambiaso there for Haggis. Great football by them, apparently. And Holland comes forward, but it's those attacking players of the Dragons combining again. I don't know if they are unlucky or incompetent, or if it's Hitman again. Double save there. Sends the ball upfield now. Contra comes forward this time in Penza, and again Hetman is there to block the shot. Somehow he's only on a 10, 9 and 5 for the Dragons as we've reached the 60-minute mark. Verong having a great game. Mark and Gallardo struggling a little bit. Seen Gallardo a lot, none of them key passes, so Contra much better out on the wing. Ndiaye doing well too. couple of chances for Impensa, just not finding the back of the net. Hedman being very, very much in control there. Nothing for Haggis either to write home about, other than maybe that Jens Jeremy's performance, apart from the keeper, obviously, as we mentioned. But Duncan says continue until the end, so we speed it up again. We will see how many more chances they can. Oh, and there is Impensa, his third of the season. Dragons are back into this 2-2, and they continue to create. I mean, this is all on Hetman in the Haggis goal now, to see if they can hold on for a point, because Dragons continue to create chances. We see Hetman's name more than anything else in the actual uh, flashing text here. Just a couple of minutes left to play now. A little bit of added time, perhaps. Will there be another chance for Dragons, or will it be for Haggis? It's Gallardo who picks it up, moves forward to the wrong. There comes Owen, and there's Turam in the area, but Hetman again. And I think that's going to be the end. Fouled by Milito. Will there be a free kick? It will be wrong. Onto the head of Impenta. Another save by Hetman. Unbelievable performance by the Haggis keeper. And now Haggis come forward with the last chance of the game. Contrast, they are unable to control the ball, but that is it, the final whistle. Dragons again just not able to find that win. Excellent performance from them though. 12 and 8, 6 and 4 for Haggis. Great game for Sebastian Veron. A little bit less so for Mark Kera and for Maceo Gallardo. Um, but Headman, obviously, a proper wall there for Haggis. A little bit of an Easter egg in case no one spotted the referee. Neil Yelland, of course, probably an addition made by Mr. Mega Horse. He'll be able to confirm, I'm sure. But a decent start to the evening, good entertainment. 2-2 Haggis against the Dragons. Let's see who else we have in attendance already. We have Buster against Staggington. We're probably just hanging around for Mike. For Mega Horse for a little bit. Gazelles against me, but I've not seen Ross. Uh, yeah, so I'm just trying to see if we can match up a couple of managers here, but it doesn't really look like it. Um, what is Foss Road doing this evening? They're playing Alex, not seen either manager yet. So, Badger should be here later, as mentioned. Um, duh, 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 duh. Unicorns are here. We're missing your opponent, unfortunately, but we could go with that anyway. So just in the interest of cracking on with the evening, I think we're just gonna go with that. Um, well, you're going now. So let's see. Foss Road against the Rodikes. Unchanged. Alex's side. They've scored goals, but they have also conceded a fair bit. They're obviously hoping for something a little bit better this evening. Casillas in goal. He had a bad game last time out. Apart from that, Rustico Giuliano, David Batty, maybe apart from David, should be fairly solid defensively. Yeah, it's actually good that you're here, Mr. Smarts, because I'm not sure if you want to start Zanetti. He's on 62%, but I didn't see any indication that you wanted to change him. So this is your chance if you want Stephen Reed or whoever in. In case I missed it, then I'm sorry, but I don't think I did. So if you want Stephen Reed, if you want Simic, those are your smooch eventually. Or if you want to roll with Zanetti, it's entirely up to you. Svidakovsky, maybe? Or Stephen Reed? Who do we do? Good. Good. So that's Foss Road. That's how they line up. And fixture wise, they of course had a brilliant start beating Asta, but then they somehow struggled to score in the next two games. They did play Bostock, who are solid but just haven't scored, and East Coast, who are tricky. Two away games coming up now. Road Dykes and Town are the two next encounters for them. So let's see how that goes. Foss Road taking on the Road Dykes. And it is a decent start for the home side. I think it's a little bit more white than blue actually, but no one's found the back of the net yet with 20 minutes on the clock. Um, Bit of a makeshift lineup for Foss Road, obviously, with I forget his name. There is Rivaldo for the Road Dykes. Usually we see him in the assisting role, but he's open scoring for the home side this evening. And I will continue my elaboration on the makeshift Foss Road side. If we get to half time, another good chance for the Road Dykes. 4-2, 3-0 for Foss Road. Let's have a look at Foss Road. They are without a couple of regulars, so they have Eric El Joffor in at the DC. He's done decent, to be honest, next to Rio Ferdinand, who hasn't. I don't know why he gets a 6 for that. It looks like a decent enough performance. Key passes are missing a little bit. Only one from the central defender. Not really a lot from Laurent Robert, from Sventakowski, or from anyone else really. Yeah, quiet first half from Foss Road. There are instructions, of course, from Mr. Smuts, but if he wants to take charge himself, then that would be great. Because I forget what they were. Something about losing or needing a goal or something like that. But if you're around to remind me, that'd be great. Anyone on a 5 or less? Nah, they're fine. If you're behind or need a goal at 60, okay. So according to your instructions, you are as is at halftime. Ah, well, you see. Totti for Sventakowski, who's on a yellow. Sventakowski for Smith. Two up top. Ronnie Central with the arrow. You see, good you're here. Um, let's roll to 60 and see if anything interesting happens. And it looks as if it's the home side who are still creating a bit more here in the beginning, and it is indeed a lovely move by them. And Kluivert has found the back of the net, putting the home side 2-0 up. Clear obstruction there. Don't know who did it. But David Beatty somehow finds himself with a chance, or involved in the action at least. Never ideal, but that's how it is. That's going to be a yellow card for Edgar Davids. Here comes Biscan. And now it's Totti creating something for Foss Road. Roosty could trip him, picked up a yellow there. Um, Goal kick for the Road Dykes. Nothing comes of those. There's a lot more attacking from Foss Road here in the second half, but I should expect with those changes, but it hasn't really paid off for them. Not sure if it's only the keepers. Casillas has had a couple of saves, but I think they've also been a little bit wasteful. Yeah, 6-1. It's not been great shooting from the visitors. Let's have a look at the performance. Rio Ferdinand's dropped to a 5 somehow. What? I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to have done that badly. Pretty good pass completion and some key tackles as well. One his header. It seems a bit harsh. Smooch is on a 6. Uh, uh, I mean, no one's doing well, to be honest. Edgar Davids is on a 5 and a yellow. That's also horrendous. Yeah, bad news. Bad news all around, unfortunately, for Foss Road. If we look at the Road Dykes, a yellow for the two central defenders. That's maybe the only negative. Biscan is only on a 6 because he hasn't done that much. David Batty, some brilliant tackling there in midfield. And yeah, good attacking performance from them as well. Rivaldo on a 9 with a goal and an assist. We'll see if the away manager wants to make any changes here, or if he's gonna trust the process. Stephen Reed potentially could come on. I guess that's always promising and fun. Zidane to central DMC with a huge arrow behind the strikers. Behind the striker. So like this, I guess. Behind the striker or AMC? I don't know. Like this? I don't know. It's got to be the huge. This is the huge arrow. So this got to be this. This has to be it, right? Excellent. Good. Let's see. Let's see if this pays off for the visitors. Definitely going much more attacking. Oh, Zidane already getting involved a couple of times, but didn't look to be any more dangerous than the previous attempts. And indeed, it's Kuhl who runs down the other end, makes it three for the home side. They've not struggled to score the Rodyke so far this season, and they haven't struggled either tonight. Foss Road, meanwhile, it's going to be the third game without a goal in a row for them, which is very disappointing. Just shooting is just off for them. 10-3, 11-6 for the home side. Yeah, that was poor. That's back to the drawing board, I think. Elgefor did not do badly, but Pizarro on a five, Totti, yeah, Ronaldinho, four shots, none of them on target. It's not, it's not good. And Alan Smith didn't do anything at all. Not good, but they'll come back stronger, no doubt. Evening, Mr. Mega Horse. You have arrived just in time to see Rivaldo pick up a Man of the Match award. Harry Kewell getting a goal and an assist as well. And what is this? Is this some kind of like record? Assist and a goal. Three players who each have an assist and a goal. That's got to be some kind of like American phrase for that. That's got to be a basketball phrase for that. A triple, quadruple, or something like that to make it sound better than it actually is. But anyway, a brilliant result for the home side. 3-0 winners in this one. Next up, we are going to go with Bostock against Stackington, as both managers are here. So first up, Bostock Stanley. They go unchanged from last time out. Not a great result for them, but I think they have some relatively high hopes for the two home games they've got coming up here. They still haven't scored, which is obviously not good news. Scott was saying that he doesn't have a huge amount of choice in terms of strikers, considering that he created the database or at least pick the players. That's maybe unfortunate, but he does have Raul, who's perhaps been unlucky not to find the back of the net so far. Saviola as well, who's had a terrible start to the season somehow. Vasiliuk could of course come on as well. He does have Huntelaar on the bench. We'll see what works out for him. Maybe they're season two players. Um, double says Steve. Yeah, potentially that's fair. So we'll see. Not been the greatest start to the season for Bostock. They've had some decent performances. Espen had a bad game last time out. Binho is the other one, but he's actually been okay. Of course, no one has any assists yet, as they haven't scored any goals. Meanwhile, Stackington, slightly better start to the season. They have at least scored, at least in one of their games. Um, so that's good news. They have got three tricky away games coming up now: Bostock, Gazelles, and the Bridge, which is not going to be particularly easy, but we will see how it works out for them. Uh, this guy has scored, so that's good. Good for him. They're going to need a few more goals. Stackington. Only change for them is Adamitis joins the bench. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, for Emerton, maybe. My memory is not. I did this literally an hour ago and I've already forgotten it. No, yeah, Adamitis replacing Emerton. That's right. So let's see if Bostock can finally find the back of the net. That would be brilliant. This Potters who opens the scoring for Stackington. Poor luck continues for Bostock here. Um, it's a little bit uphill for the Stanley boys, to be completely honest. And there is Lee Fowler, I believe it is, from DMC, getting the second of the evening. And it's Stackington in full control of this one. And it goes from bad to worse for Bostock. That is a terrible performance from someone. Goalkeeper, potentially. Poor morale maybe in the squad, who knows? But anyway, Stackington has found it very easy to find the back of the net. I believe three shots and or four shots, and three of them went in. Bostock, meanwhile, have had four, none of them on target. Not what the manager wanted to see at all. Assists all over the place for Cameroon, for Vogel, for Dyer, and goals spread out between them as well. Lee Fowler still not picked up a yellow. It's Carhan who sits on that card. Terrible first half for Andre, especially, um, and not brilliant for the rest of the Bostock players. Manager will be furious. Will he want to do anything about it, though? That is the question. And I presume very much that the Stackington manager will stick to things just the way they are. But of course, opportunities for both managers to make changes here at halftime. Triple doubles are for singular players. Yeah. I don't know anything about basketball. I just know they have those kind of funny phrases. And I thought it was kind of fun and unusual. But yeah, let's see if Scott or Megahost wants to do anything at this point, and I will check how it's going with whoever's playing. Something boring, I think. Yeah, Switzerland, Bosnia. Steve is celebrating. Yeah, so I hope you're enjoying the World Cup, by the way. Good result for England, as I mentioned in the beginning. Um, Looking promising. I guess that was the most difficult game in the group. Silva for Gerard. Move to 3 DMC of Silva, Benya, Gattuso. Arrows on the wider ones. Huntelaar for Saviola and run till 90. Plays for my country at basketball. I didn't have you down as a tall person, Steve. I guess you don't have to be. It was netball, and you got confused by any chance. I've not seen anything from Mr. Megahorse yet. It's too busy arguing whether it's a double or a triple. I guess. Do we want anything from Stacking at this point, or am I missing the chat? Yeah, that happened to um happened to the best of us. Evening, Alex. You literally just missed it. Sorry, but it was good. It's good for you. It was good news for you. Stick, maybe. Maybe I just overlooked it. It's fine, doesn't matter. Let's go for the second half and see if we get some goals for Bostock. I mean, they've got to come at some point. It'll be like buses, you know. You wait ages and suddenly they are pouring in. Oh no, no, that's not what's going to happen. Unfortunately, Stackington with a fourth. Um, Cordoba not covering himself in glory so far, having come on for Andre. And let's see if we can make it through till 60 without any further goals for the visitors. Gotta keep your fingers crossed for the home side. Looks like it indeed. A very good performance from Stackington. Bostock. It, you know, that's not gone well at all. Um, let's see, 1-1-1 in terms of assists. So not a fourth assist, but 4 goals. So looking pretty good. Bostock, Scott's already said roll to 90. So I will just await the confirmation from the Stackington manager. Yeah, Alex, something for you to catch up on. Rivaldo scored. I think he got an assist. Oh, we are currently discussing what you call it when 3 players get an assist and a goal each. So you can think about that. Rivaldo, who was it? 2 of your other players had a goal and assist each. Okay, Vieri for back. Put him on the left of a front 2. Porter Central and Arrow. Excellent. And we run until 90. And you won 3-0. So happy days. But whether it's a triple double or a double double or something completely different, we don't know yet. We're using basketball phrases here. Injury for Bostock. I'm gonna roll until 60 with 10 minutes left. I'm not sure if Scott really is is in the mood to do anything about it. I think the coverage is pretty much there. Yeah, leave it, says Scott. I thought that might be the case. Um, couldn't really get any worse. Looks as if it actually made them a little bit better. Bostock. Not much perhaps, but they had a couple of chances just after that. And there comes Raul. Will he get a goal? Nope. It's 4-0. 4 games, no goals for Bostock. Just as the scoreline suggests, very unfortunate for the home side. Things have to turn around sooner or later, I guess, but that is a terrible start to the season in terms of scoring goals. Man of the match is going to be Kieran Dyer. He got an assist and did relatively well. Everyone else, sevens and eights. Good, good, solid. Hockey assist? I'm not sure what that is. Meanwhile, Bostock, yeah, that's something is not it's not really clicking. Whether it's the tactic, team selection, missing a target man, who knows? But that did not go well for Bostock, unfortunately. That's where we're at. Stackington takes a 4-0 win in this one. Righty, back to the table. I think Tato should be here shortly. Who is he playing? He's playing Steve, so that's going to be fine. East Coast of Bridge. I've not seen either manager. Casellas against me, but I've not seen either manager. Astor is here, I guess. Alf is here. I'm not sure if Steve is going to turn up later. He might do, but I haven't heard anything definite. So we'll go Astor before it's too late. And they've been an interesting side so far this season. Gamara comes in. That's the only big change for them as Lausen goes out injured. 2 games on a 7. Maybe not the biggest loss for them, but interesting to see Gamara get that spot considering that he was dreadful when he came on before, and Chadratse, who came in, actually scored. Bit harsh, but as Alf says, Kamara is the out and out defender, and hopefully he can work with Klompe here at the back. So we roll straight into this one. A couple of changes on the back and the bench as well. Beckham is back on the bench. Di Vaio, I forget. Tatata, of course, is on the bench, and then Caballero instead of Hatcher. But so that's Aston. Barra Brava, a couple of changes for them. They have Julio Arca comes back in for whoever it was, Maldini, I think, who picked up a red card last time out. They've had a decent enough start to the season, I guess. Like a draw, a defeat to East Coast, which is not the end of the world, and a 4-2 win over Raw Dykes. A couple of difficult away games coming up with Aston and Badgers, though. But let's see how it goes for the Barra Brava boys as they are visiting Aston. Decent enough start for both sides, creating a chance here or there, but it is Viduka who opens the scoring for Astor. 1-0 lead for the home side, and it looks as if Astor's off to a really good start. But having just said that, Van Bommel answers back from central midfield, comes forward, finds the back of the net on the half-hour mark, and Barra Brava are level. As they continue to create chances, though, Paul Bosveld um, and plenty of others involved. Even say so. You can go next. We've reached halftime. Aston 5-3, Barra Brava 6-5. Created plenty the away side, but unable to really capitalize on that. Shevchenko's had 2 shots on target, lots of sixes over there, and no assists. So that's not brilliant, but 1-1 at halftime. It's not the worst. Aston, meanwhile, sevens. There's a 6 for Ruud van Nistelrooy. Probably going to come good in the second half. I'm not sure about anyone. I mean, there's not really much to say to that. It's been a brilliant first half by Aston. I mean, Alpha's gonna. I'm not saying he's gonna be unemployed, but he's gonna maybe find it a little bit tricky now that he doesn't have to chop and change the whole time to try and improve things. Not sure if there's any real changes to be made here. He has got Divayo on the bench, of course. Maybe he wants to see someone else, but no, Alf says as is, so we will do that until 60. Simeone and Van Nistelrooy combining. There comes Kamara. Van Nistelrooy strikes with fury. Massantini with a great save. Obviously disappointed, I think, Van Nistelrooy that he's not playing the lead role next to Mark Viduka, but it's Viduka who finds the back of the net, his second of the evening, and that is Barra Brava behind again. Gamara clears the danger. Looks as if he's had a decent enough game so far, Gamara, but not really. Ooh, that's not going to go well, is it? Just as I was singing the praises of Astro Athletic, they pick up a red card. It's Bixente Lizarazu who is sent off. And the question is what the manager will do now. Simeone to DML. Simeone to DML and Boswell back maybe would be I say obvious. Is he left as well? No, he's not left at all. Okay, never mind. What else do we have left-sided? Pulling Joe Cole back, that would be brave, but it's not impossible, of course. Um, who else can play out there? Titatse is right-footed, but could, I guess. Divio potentially. I don't know. Open question to the chat. What would you do? Who would you put out on your left-hand side, or would you just leave it and hope for the best? It's a difficult one to be honest, but someone's got to do it. Very uncharacteristic for Lisa Rasu to go in with this kind of challenge. I think absolutely nothing happening in Switzerland against Bosnia, apparently. XG of 0.06 versus 0.18. Assist till 60. Okay. Trust the process. Simeone comes forward after a good interception. Kamara is there as well. We're doing okay defensively still, Astra. So it seems. It has only been a couple of minutes, but still. There goes Shevchenko. Shevchenko had 2 shots in the first half. Didn't find the back of the net. And hasn't here either. Plenty of action though. Shevchenko again putting it wide. Should have done better. I believe that's his 4th chance of the evening. 8 and 6 for Brava, 8 and 5 for Asta. Only 3. Oh, yeah. Must have been a ghost chance. Materazzi's not doing well for Barra Brava. Apart from that, they're doing pretty okay, I guess. I mean, they're in this. Maybe Constantino. And 4 across the middle and no wing backs. 2 assists for DJ Agat. Brilliant by him. 4 across the middle and no wing backs. So Joe Cole over to the left hand side, Agat up. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that would make. I mean, this is also kind of fine, but that would make sense, I guess. To push Joe Cole out and push Agat forward, or even leave Agat where he is and just keep it asymmetrical. This is traditionally the formation that doesn't work. Let's see. Well, it looks like an old kind of favorite, like an old, like a sort of AI Basha favorite with this kind of like an old one. Uh, when the wide DMs was still a thing, which I guess is not really that much anymore. Alf says as is. Brave decision, but let's see. It could pay off. It's gone well so far, to be completely honest. They've not looked overwhelmed at all, but you never know. And with only 5 minutes left, it looks as if they're going to hold on. And it is Viduka almost had a hat trick there. Shevchenko now strikes with fury. Alphen has to hold on despite being down to 10 men. 2-1 winners against Barra Brava. Brilliant result for the home side, but temporarily top of the table, I guess. As the teams in front of him are yet to play. Massantini there on a 7, Cafu's on a 9, Materazzi's on a 5, missing a bunch of tackles, and just not great finishing from Barra Brava. If we look at the Asta side, Viduka gets man of the match, a 10, and yeah, it's up 3 goals for the season now. Assist as mentioned for Lagat, good performance by Buffon, Gamara and Klump is 7s at the back, Simeone is on an 8, strong side, Astor. They're definitely a team to watch this season. Excellent. Let's strike while the iron is hot and move on to who's at home? Is it Dudley? No, it's Badgers. And move on to Badgers, who are kind of on chair. No, they're not. Actually, Martin Reusser is preferred as a striker instead of Salas, who's had a poor one. Um, Yeah, that's the change for Badgers. I'm still to see Branovitsky in in action and Furiani and these fellas, but maybe it'll happen sooner or later. Kufre is there as well, good solid defensive option for them. But of course we have West of Montero. Soto is there as well. He's not done too badly. Badgers overall, they haven't conceded a lot, and they played well. Steve also hasn't conceded. So will who will remain with their clean sheet? That's the question that we have to answer this evening. Dudley, just the one change is Effenberg who comes in for Patrick Vieira. It just it's boring to watch. Right, well, one of you is going to lose your. Yep, Stan will be set as captain. Who was the captain before? For Steve. Oh, Vieira. Okay. I guess Yep, Stan's fine. As I remember, Steve normally doesn't set the captain. I can't remember, but let's go with this anyway. Seems fair. Badges. Who will be boring? Who will keep a clean sheet? Will anyone? I predict the clean sheet record will fall, but let's see. With Martin Royce as one of the strikers, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sold on that one. I've been wrong before, so it's no biggie. Let's see. Clean sheet still stands as we approach half time. Uh, Salihamidzic's moved too soon. Nehajcik is doing things. Roberto Carlos is also doing things. Two of the assist makers so far this season, but it's 0-0. Who would believe it? And a solid performance by the Dudley keeper. Smertin is on an 8 as well, kind of quiet from everyone else. If we look at badges, it's kind of more of the same. They get sevens though, which I guess is good. Tomasi's done well, somehow only gets a 7. Montero's on an 8, the captain. Decent first half from him. But yeah, not super exciting, let's say. Um, Tato thinks he's had more than 2 shots. Mm, I mean, it's kind of it's a short thing, but maybe you did, as is for now. Header by David Collins. Well, maybe, but there was one that was an offside there. Remember, if they're offsides, then they don't count as shots on target, even though it says they shot. So maybe that's why. We'll see if Steve wants to do anything. He has got a couple of sixes there. He has got Danielson. He's got Tudor on the bench. Elper as well, who could potentially come in and work his magic. But we will see. Tsigalko, as mentioned, he's got a goal and an assist. He's not done too badly. Henrik Larsson's got a goal as well as already. Aimar's got 2. So yeah, plenty strong there. Danielson maybe to MC with an arrow. We'll see. We will see if Steve wants to do anything or if he's happy to roll until 60. I should be getting all chat. I don't know. Royce's days are numbered here. Should they not? The Nielsen for Larson, yes, things you love to see. Um, why did he even have days to begin with? Never mind numbering them, would be my question. Although he was, if you've ever done the Ipswich challenge or whatever it is, something about like not being relegated with Ipswich, and Steve's record is gone. Steve's record is gone. Then Martin Royce is actually probably your best goal scorer. Anyway, only one nil remains in the Super League, and it's Badger's clean sheet record, I guess. Are they the only ones with a clean sheet record? Let's see. 60-minute mark. It's been quiet. 3-3 for Badgers, 2-1 for Dudley. Uh, I think if you play him on as a wide in like a 3-5-2, he gets a bunch of goals and assists. I think. Gallardo, I agree though. I can't get him to work, but I think on the wing he does pretty well. If from memory, I mean I could be completely wrong. It's probably about 3 years ago since I did it. Um. Anyway, not looking well for Dudley here. It's not really going in their direction, and the Badgers are just super solid at the back. Um. So yeah, the pressure's on for Steve to make the changes here if he wants to get something out of this. You feel. Um. AMR? I don't think I've ever. I mean, occasionally, maybe for a laugh, but I don't recall doing that apart from a strange Northern Ireland save years ago. And yeah, 20 years probably. Anyway, Badgers doing good. Royce are off for Cabello. We'll do that. His days are numbered. He got 61 minutes. That's generous to call that days. But let's see. Dudley Hill, I mean, Elba for Danielson. What? It's on 15 minutes. Right. Bye. Elba next to Sigalko. I'm out with a central with an arrow. Okay, thanks. I feel like that's harsh, but I get it. I get it. Needs must. Commentary speed back up, and let's see what happens here in the remaining 20 whatever minutes, 27 minutes. Oh, and there goes the clean sheet record of Badges. It was the best play of the first half of Dudley Smertin, who finds the back of the net. 65 minutes gone, and it is 1-1. Very lively here. In the lively and lovely indeed. Nine, 9 minutes left of regular time. Uh, Easy chance for Morientes though, and Badges are back in front 2-1. Uh, the keeper only blocked the shot and then got angry at his defense. Again, that seems slightly harsh and perhaps unfair. Um, and what else have we got going on? We've got Giggs now coming into the ball. David Collins doing something. Great football by Badges. Just a couple of minutes left now. I guess there won't be that much time added on as we don't have hydration breaks. Um, Fine save by the Dudley keeper, but is Morientes there again? Not seen him in such form since the good old whatever it was. Hodgie, Lettersford, maybe. I don't know. It's a Hodgie side had Morientes, I'm sure, and he did well. Um, Brilliant by Badgers, 9-7. Dudley Hill 5-3, not too bad, but oh, just clinical finishing from the Badgers side. They did lose their record though. Notice Maxim getting an assist though. That's that's worth something. Let's see. I need to see that. Tiago headed the ball from down from there. Brilliant. Anyway, 3-1. Did we show the stats for everyone? I guess we did. Assist from Ryan Giggs. That's the only assist apparently. And yeah, Tsigalko with the other one for Dudley. See you in the playoffs, says Tato. You meet at least once more this season. Not at least, you would meet one more this season before the playoffs for sure. Brilliant entertainment there, and 3-1 winners. Let's see. As I remember, we have got East Coast against Bridge, and we've got Gazelles against Miva Town. I've not seen either manager, so we're just going to go with whatever is left here. East Coast have Takinadi in at DMC and someone at central midfield, Liverani at central midfield. That's because Emerson is out, obviously the top scorer of the league so far. Um, and the change for Bridge is that Nicky Butt joins the bench instead of Rayad. So let's see East Coast taking on the Bridge. Let's see if East Coast must have a clean. Do they have a clean thing record? I I can't remember. They have got a decent record anyway. Dims is serving beers in Italian mountains. Well deserved. Well deserved. I don't blame him. I'll quite happily do the same. I was doing the same literally a month ago. Liverani opens the scoring. No one can stop him. He's got that MC role working very, very well, has Dimple. And there's Robin. Ooh, it won't count. Yes. Out. We'll go in this. Oh, my goodness. I forgot to do the match stats at halftime. I'll do that quickly now. 6-3, 1-1. Sevens and sixes, no assists. An assist for Sir Roberto. And a 6 for Iron Robin for having a goal ruled out for offside. Apparently, that's bad these days. But let's see. So a bridge not out of this, but of course it looks difficult with just 10 minutes to go. East Coast look as if they're going to hold on, but are creating chances. Sowry was there, but probably not the player you want the chance to fall to. Although having said that, Liberani was the one who got the goal for East Coast. Nick Matulin did well in the Bamboozler Bridge goal to keep it at 1. East Coast 12 and 6, Bamboozler Bridge 3 and 2. No man of the match award for Wilfred Baumer, although he got a 9. That goes to Cyril Roberto, who's only on an 8, but he did get an assist, so I guess that's somehow better. 3 key passes, though, which is always nice. Charlie Cares on a 9. Good performance from him as well. And as mentioned, Liverani with the goal there for East Coast. That leaves us with Gazelles against Meaver Town. Gazelles have struggled as well, scored just the 1 goal so far this season. Anelka has not been brilliant for them. They have changed the goalkeeper to Given, of course, because of the injury to Kiotis. And Desai comes in to DMC. Keenroad moves into central midfield. Moscow is still there. Shunkoviak on the right hand side. Town, meanwhile, are tweaking their tactic again a little bit. Now they have a central midfield with Karagunis, Ferguson, and Mendieta. On the sides are Dede and Petasoglu, and Scally's in there behind them. Mackay joins at AMC for whoever was there last game. I forget. Maybe Estebaria. Mike. And so let's see if those 2 teams who are both kind of struggling at the bottom, um, maybe one of them will get 3 points. It looks as if the home side is taking advantage first, as Brokinku opens the scoring for them. Militao still struggling to create, but there they come. Oh, there was Crespo. They've got such talent with Crespo, and Ferguson is there. Plenty of attacking threat. It's just a case of getting it to tick, which they have struggled with so far this season. And it looks as if that's going to be a penalty, and that is Anelka, and that is his confidence back up, I guess. He did complain a little bit early on this season about something. I forget what it was, but having had a goal, then that's at least something. Meaver Town, that's not good. Mackay, Crespo, Barry Ferguson, Mendieta. I'm not sure what the solution is, but there should be more in this. You would think. Gazelles, meanwhile, can be pretty happy with that first half performance. Roy Keane repays his manager's trust by getting an assist. Mendonça, an assist for him as well. And Anelka has had plenty of chances. Maybe he will get more in the second half. Let's see. Karagunis picks up a yellow card. It's the big news from the second half so far. And Nelka tries again, but fails. You never know when he's going to come good, Anelka. At least he has the penalty now to give him a bit of confidence. Ooh, there is another penalty, and he misses it. Oh no. At least he didn't miss the first one. Oh, and there's a third for Gazelles. Town looks as if, I was going to say, it looks as if they're running out of ideas. It looks as if they didn't have any, unfortunately. I'm not sure what the manager's going to make of that when he watches this back. Terrible performance from them away from home. 5s, 4s, poor tackling. Not entirely sure what went wrong for the away side there. Gazelles, who haven't been brilliant so far this season, obviously, very much turning that around. Brilliant in the air in Elka. And yeah, not much else to say about that. Great result for Gazelles. Takes them away from the bottom for sure. Yeah, summary of this evening's result. Astor beat Barra Brava at home. Badgers beat Dudley Hill 3-1. Staggington 4-0 winners away. East Coast 1-0 winners at home. Gazelles 3-0 at home. Haggis 2-2 draw with Dragons in the first game of the evening. And Roll Dykes beat Foss Road 3-0. Leaves the table looking a little bit like this. East Coast with their 100% record still intact. 7 goals for, 0 against, 12 points. Badgers just behind them, having dropped just the 2 points. Dudley, having lost to Badgers, are 9. Astor are 9 points as well. And below that, I mean, I guess it was still Bridge were also 6 before, weren't they? Anyway, fifth round there on 6 points, just ahead of Haggis and Stackington. There's the Road Dykes, Foss Road, Barra Brava, and Gazelles all on 4 points now. Dragons, Meavertown, and Bostock still without a win, and Bostock without a goal as well. We'll see what Scott wants to do about that. Next round of fixtures, most likely next Thursday, we have got Badgers at home against Barra Brava. Bostock is hosting the Dragons. Big clash at the bottom of the table there. Dudley Hill at home to the Bridge. East Coast host Haggis. Gazelles are up against Stackington. We have Meavertown against Foss Road, and the Road Dykes host Astor. Excellent. That's going to be it for this evening. Packs will be out at some point tomorrow. As mentioned, we'll speak to you all again next Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your evening and the World Cup, etc., etc. Thank you for taking part, and good night.